Welcome to this instructional video on cross-curricular research-based instructional literacy strategies in the areas of science, math, and social studies. Did you know that you could use a simple literacy strategy to enhance learning and engagement in your lessons? If you have text, speaking, listening, or writing in your content area, then you have literacy. It is beneficial for content area teachers to create a literacy-rich atmosphere through research-based instructional strategies that support reading and writing in your content. Now, I will share specific research-based literacy strategies for science, math, and social studies that support vocabulary, comprehension, and writing. I will reveal how the methods align to state standards and how to address the needs of diverse student populations. Let's start with science. Create an essential question that is used to develop dialogue, critical thinking, and comprehension of the critical content you need your students to learn. Embed time for students to answer and reflect on the essential question before prompting them to share with a partner. What about the domain-specific vocabulary in science content, you ask? Have students use a graphic organizer to break apart the morphemes, analyze the found meanings, and develop connections to the word parts. Allow gifted students to demonstrate their knowledge of vocabulary terms in a creative response of their choosing. This strategy supports science standards like L2, which states, organisms require a supply of energy and materials for which they often depend on or compete with other organisms. A related term used in this area of study is anthropogenic, which is related to the Greek word anthropogenes, meaning born of man. Use an exit ticket that requires a short written response about the day's learning objective. Support struggling readers, students with disabilities, and ELLs with sentence stems for partner dialogue and exit tickets. Moving on to math. Use reciprocal teaching to engage your students' comprehension in a group effort for problem solving. In a group of 4, each student would alternate with a specific role. The roles include questioning, calculating, summarizing, and visualizing. A graphic organizer would be used as a writing aid to organize the group responses. You can apply these methods with word problems in correlation with Algebra Standard RNB3, which states, explain why the sum or product of two rational numbers is rational. Support struggling readers, students with disabilities, and ELLs by using sentence stems to guide student dialogue. Support gifted students with strategic groupings during the collaborative work. Last but not least, social studies. Give the students an opportunity to identify the text structure and how it enhances their understanding of the content with a close reading strategy. Students can reread the text and write their understandings and questions about the structure in the margins. Use a vocabulary routine that systematically consists of reading the word and definition aloud, drawing or writing a connection to the word, and sharing that with a partner. You can apply these methods with standards like H2 under history, which states, cycles of conflict and cooperation have shaped relations among people, places, and environments. Support struggling readers, students with disabilities, and ELLs with flexible grouping to allow students time to share with others and have opportunities to compare their evidence. Pull away scaffolds when students no longer need them, and support gifted students with a vocabulary component that requires critical thinking instead of reading the word and definition. In conclusion, science teachers can increase student engagement and understanding with essential questions, partner sharing, and a graphic organizer for word analysis. Math teachers, you may consider reciprocal teaching roles, graphic organizers, and sentence stems to support collaborative group work and discussions. Social studies teachers, try close reading with text structure analysis and a vocabulary routine that requires auditory, visual, and written responses shared with flexible groupings with students in mind. Using research-based literacy strategies advances cross-curricular connections with science, math, social studies, and beyond, while using scaffolds to meet the needs of struggling learners and enrichment for high-achieving students.